みちゃん、
レオの通訳はいりませんか？レオは通訳は
い
らない？マハラジャの
では
でもインドの人今日たくさんいるから英語で喋りますよね。レオ読んできますか？
理はちょっと疲れた。
休んでる？じゃあいらないのね。OK ね。
みちゃんの翻訳大丈夫？あなた結構自分救ってましたから。
私日本語しか喋れない。
それいいでしょ。じゃあ英語であなた日本語で。日本語だけ出すから。
私帰りますよ、お願いします。
自分で作りましたから。シャンティどこ？カン近く。すごいすごい。
これ喋りたいときスイッチ入ってますんで。なんかりんちゃん。
のりちゃんどこ？のりちゃん下。
のりちゃん今トイレで。
あなたもう少し後でのりちゃんも。
いやのりちゃんここ来るから私
後ろで。で聞いてます、聞かない、チェックしないといけない。時間どころです？時計どころ？で、部屋の時計。じゃあ OK、どうぞ。利用来ます？わからない。
レオ呼んできます？レオ。
呼んでますけれども、いいでしょ。呼んでて見たいじゃない、もし興味。これは何の国？この国は何の？日本どこ？日本どこ？ゆみちゃん？これが日本？こっち清海どこ？こっち神奈川県こっち？神奈川県こっちですね。横須賀線。横須賀多分これぐらい。よく来ますか？
レオね、興味があるんだったら来てくださいって言いました。だから来なければ興味がないんだと思います。
来ますと通訳もできる。OK. And I now I told no because he said 4 hours 通訳 difficult. I said OK. Afternoon session 休み。私は休みないですから。オームサハナボド Sahano bhunaktu yam karavavahai tejasvi tamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Hari Om.のりちゃん来ました？のりちゃん？で、また。So, I wonder in which language to narrate. 英語。So, it will be これレコードしますか？
しない方がいいですか？
レコードしても大丈夫。構いませんね。OK。その、OK だね、日本語。俺、フィリピンスと私の関係、最初は言った方がいいかもしれないですね。First, let me explain what is my relationship with Philippines. So, 最初はコロンボさん、イタリアの信者に仕事の関係で日本に来ました。結構前ですね。だいたい20年ぐらい前かもしれないですね。でその時これコロンボさん、本当の名前はエンリケ・コロンボさん。いつも教会に来てました。その前からラムキシュミッションのことを知ってました。フランスのラムキシュミッションの支部あります。パリスの違い、グレッツ。向こうに行ってました。だけではなく、もう一人、ベダントの勉強しているアメリカのアフリカ人結構仲良しになって、その方からもベダントの勉強しました。So there was one Italian devotee, his name is Enrico Colombo. So he came to Japan in connection with a job in a language company. So he was the accountant, auditor there, not accountant, auditor. Then he used to visit our society. Before that, he knew our Vedanta society because he visited our center in France. And even before that, he came in close contact with an American African who was once a brahmachari of Hollywood Center. Then he left. But still was practicing Vedanta. So Mr. Colombo was close to him, and from him also he came to know about Vedanta. Then Colomboさん2人、これ弟の名前はカルロ・コロンボです。とエンリコ・コロンボ、カルロ・コロンボでもう5人ぐらいイタリア人、その手ビトル 結構日本アメリカからインドに行ってますと、もちろんコロンボ2人は兄弟、他の5人ぐらい若い人、イタリア人、みんなイタリア人。ビートルではなくてもインドについて興味ありました。その時、その人たち大体19歳、20歳ぐらいの若い人。で、向こうはちょっとアドベンチャーみたいで、車でイタリアからインドに行きたい。ランドルートですね。船ありますけど、船じゃないで、車でイタリアからアジアのいろいろ国から、パキスタンからヒマラヤルートでインドに入ってきました。で、Leo, your seat is ready here.
Asa said he wanted to translate.
No, here, they are there. Okay. Great. I was venturing to translate talk in 2 languages.
There should be 2 translators, Maharaj.
Yes, one is myself and another is you. So then, okay, just let me finish. So, その時インドに来ました。車で5年7人ぐらい、5人6人アジアいろいろ国に入って、次最後にパキスタンからヒマラヤのルートでインドに入りました。でインドベナレスといろいろらしいで行きます。で帰る時一つ例えば事故で車が壊れたですね。壊れてましたけれども結構壊れた。で向こうでインドの車の直するの店結構ありますね。車あちこちもしぶつかりますと。でコロンボさんはとってもびっくりしました。お金そんなのかからないで、あとで直した後本当新しい車を見えました。そんなにすごいですね。ですから、シャンティこっちそれで帰りはその車でないで船で来ます。戻ります。So when they are about 17 or 18 years old, that time Beatles, they used to often visit India, and they heard about quick realization by being addicted to some drugs like marijuana and like that. So many from American young Beatles, they used to visit India, Benares and other. But Colombo brothers are not like that. They just wanted to have an adventure to come to India by land route. So then passed through many countries of Asia, then went to Afghanistan, then present Pakistan, and then took the Himalayan route, and they entered India. So there are a lot of troubles that time there were there, And maybe soon there was some war was to start between India and Pakistan also. So that time. Anyway, so when they are coming, when they're just driving through India, then there's an accident, big accident, and the car was almost smashed. So what to do? Then someone told there's a repairing shop is there, even of cars, and it's not expensive, but they do a very good job. So then they had not much money either. So they had gone to the repairing shop and deposited the car, and finally the job was done as if there's a new car. They did the job so well, repairing, and not expensive either. So he was narrating later on these experiences. That time they visited Benares also. But when they returned, they of course to the sea route. So anyway, so this Colombo, Enrico Colombo, so I told already that he started visiting our center, and then he often visited our center, and then used to attend our class in Indian embassies, which was held in English for some years, and our discourse here also, and he also took initiation. Then finally his company asked him to move to another country, maybe Italy, I don't know. But finally he did not like it.
I think it was
Switzerland, so another country. He did not like it, so he wanted to quit the job. And meanwhile his brother, Carlo, younger brother, he was already in Philippines for many years, I would say 20-25 years. And that African American devotee of whom I told you, and he was living in Thailand. So the purpose of Mr. Carlo to move to Philippines is that he could visit that almost whom he would regard as his guru, visit him in Thailand. That was one motivation. And then he started his own business, producing furnitures of decoration and supplied shipping to Europe, or Christmas Eve decoration and all these things. And he made very good money, earned a lot of money. Then Mr. Enrico Colombo wanted to join his brother in Philippines. So he quit that job and gone there and was helping his brother Carlo, and his employees, the employees of Mr. Carlo's company. Something very interesting, they are all Filipinos, and by faith they are Christians, Catholics. Mostly, as you know, Philippines, mostly Catholic. Okay. It's an interesting story, how my connection.
Yeah, I didn't bring anything to write much. I was just
No problem.
hoping to watch a
No
nice
problem.
presentation and enjoy.エンリコはその後、ヨーロッパに戻って、after he was still working in Europe after going to India, is it?
That part not from
No, そうそうそう。
イケメン
で、その後仕事の関係で会計士の仕事をしてて、
auditor.
外資系の会社で、ね、日本に派遣されて、でその時まだ独身、結構長い間独身でして、ベランタにも興味があって、
That I explained.
Huh?
I already explained all this.
Oh, you already explained.
Just to start from Kyokai, coming to Kyokai.
Yes, Maharaj.
Then I told that he
So,
quit that job.
Yeah, but you said that he took initiation here.
Okay, that you have. That you tell? Explain.
でここでマハラジからイニシエーションを受けて、で、ここ日本で8年ぐらい滞在して、で仕事の関係でまたヨーロッパに戻された、多分スイス。でもスイスはそこでの仕事はあまり好きじゃなかったので辞めようと思って、で彼の弟カルロがフィリピンに20 25年前から住んでました。で、カルロの、グルが、グルとみなす人がタイに住んでたので、
Johnson.
Johnson, you said he's an African American.
He was also once a brahmachari in Hollywood Center.
Oh, really? アメリカ、黒人のアメリカ人でタイに住んでいるんですけれども、彼の近くにいるために、フィリピンに引っ越して、でもその間自分の会社も立ち上げて、家の中の飾り、クリスマスの飾りとかいろいろ作る会社立ち上げて、でそれもヨーロッパとかに売って結構儲けました。で、エンリコはじゃあ一緒に私も入ったらどうですかなって一緒に入って、で従業員ほとんどフィリピン人でみんなカトリックですけれども。
Now, interesting thing is this, possibly once a month, I just forgot, once a week or maybe once a month, he used to take the Vedanta class for the interested employees of his company. Those who are interested, so he started some study of Vedanta for them. And then some showed interest, and maybe 14, 15 people they used to attend. So that is the genesis of the Vedanta Society of the Philippines.
そして興味がある従業員に対してベダンタの、クラスを開いて月1回程度で14、15人ぐらいは定期的に参加していました。でそこからフィリピンのベダンタ教会が生まれた。
Then because Enrico already knew about me, so then he thought that they might invite me. And that time Carlo was living in an apartment, a big apartment. So thought of inviting me to give a discourse on Vedanta. And it will be open to all. So that is how my first visit to Philippines took place in maybe 1999, around that time.
エンリコはすでにマハラジのことを知ってて、でこのベランダの授業クラスが続いてたので、じゃあマハラジを招待して皆さんの前に、講演を開いたらどうですか、と考えて、で、カーロが大きなアパートに住んでたので、そこもマハラジが宿泊できるから、で初めて1999年
ぐらい、I don't exactly remember.
にフィリピンを訪れました。
So it continued for quite some years. That means I would visit Philippines for some days and stay in a hotel or later on in their apartment. And then one day there will be some discourse open to all, mostly in a small hall of the hotel. So different subjects are there. So in that way it continued for some years.
そして数年間の間にマハラジは、定期的にフィリピンに行って、ホテルでしたりカルロのアパートでしたり宿泊して、公開された、ベランダのクラスを開いて、でホテルの中のホールの中に、割と小さめなホールの中に開いていました。
And the attendees were Filipinos and also Indians, because that time, no, you know, the Asian Development Bank, ADB, it has its headquarters in Philippines. So many employees are Indians. So those Indians who had some interest in this Ramakrishna Mission or Ramakrishna Vivekananda or Vedanta, they used to also started attending that discourse. In that way it expanded.
でフィリピン人だけではなくアジア、I don't know how do you say development banking in Japanese、アジア発展銀行発展途上国に資金を出す銀行なんですけれども、
So that would help.
でその関係でインド人はフィリピンに働きに来てた。
So that one of the main activities of this bank was to give aid or very low interest to many countries with that they could develop their infrastructure. So that was their plan, and mostly Asiatic countries. And there are some countries who would contribute money for that, and the main contributor was Japan. As a result, the president of the ADB would be always Japanese, and the vice presidents among other countries, including India. India also would contribute to the Asian Development Bank.
でその銀行は低い利息で、貧しいとか途上国、アジアの途上国に、お金を、貸して、発展させようという、考えから発生した銀行で、アジアの国々がそれぞれ基金してるんですけれども、一番大きなお金を出していつも出しているのは日本だから、その
アメリカ also used to contribute.
アメリカも、で、その、会長というか、いずれ会長わかんないですけど、そのトップの人が日本人。
Yes, always. But one of the vice presidents was an Indian who was deeply his father was a devotee of Ramakrishna Mission. So he knew well about Ramakrishna Mission, and he was also deeply interested in that. And that officer, Mr. Rajatnak, was highly respected by the employees of the, loved and respected by the other employees of the ADB.
その、副長でやったインド人の一人がラマクリスタミッションに結構興味がありまして、その父親もとてもスリラマクリスタに対して信仰がありましたので、このベダンタのクラスにご興味がありました。そして周りの、同僚とか部下に結構尊敬されていました人でした。
So when he used to visit, attend our talks, naturally others also feel attracted to attend our talks also.
彼が参加するときに周りの、従業員も興味を持って一緒に参加されていました。
So slowly in that way, the feeling grew in that society should be formed, Vedanta society. And the Indians already knew about Ramakrishna Mission, so naturally they were interested. And Carlo brothers, they also knew about Ramakrishna Mission, Vedanta Society. So in that way, Vedanta Society was formed, registered, Ramakrishna Vedanta Society of the Philippines. So a body was registered.
でこういうことで、少しずつ運動が増えて大きくなったので、団体を正式的に登録しました。
Then slowly, the next development was to have its own place, own premise, own building. So before the address was that the workshop of that, as factory of that Mr. Carlo, that was the address of that society. Because you have to give some address not to register. But now the thought came, okay, we should have our own building and own place like that, the society. But it's huge money is necessary. Then these two brothers, this Carlo and Enrico, they contribute the whole money to purchase the land. There's already a house. In fact, they first visited, they had seen many places, and 3 or 4 finally out of those many places they had visited, they finally showed me 2 or 3 places. Then finally I selected one. But there's already a building there, but it was not in a good shape. So then a lot of money was necessary. So then for renovation of that building, the Indians then donated money. But basically the land, purchasing the land with that house, that's fully donated by these 2 Colombo brothers. And when the society was registered, that time our 2 distinguished devotees from Japan had gone. One is Mr. Lonnie Hish, another is Shanti Izumida. So they had gone, and not only that, they performed also. They liked. So Lonnie-san sang, of course, in English, and Shanti also sang in Japanese, but they all liked. So that was during the registration, registration in a hotel. That program was in a hotel.
今までですと、グループの住所はカールロの工場と同じでしたけれども、団体はその団体用の敷地があった方がいいのではないかと考えて、でカールロとエンリコさんはその土地と、土地を買うためのお金全部資金が出しました。ですでに建物があって、でも状態は良くなかったので、それを修正するために
Not only to suit the purpose of an ashram, so also renovation.
アスラマとして活用できるように、いろいろ変更しないといけないので、その金はインド人の信者さんは出しました。他の3、4箇所があったんだけど、マハラジがこれを最終的に、決めました。
But rarely any donation came from the Filipinos. So because their financial status was not that good, they are just ordinary employees. And other Filipinos, mostly still they are highly controlled by the church, the Catholic Church. And Catholic churches, so sometimes in Europe and America, there's not much, in fact, control of the church or devotees. But still in a country like Philippines, that control is still quite strong, I should say. So they are hesitating to attend our programs so that their church fathers would mind, because they would not like otherwise to a devotee, a Christian devotee should visit the place of worship of another faith. That really they would not like. They are not that open. So they would also visit us, but with hesitation. When the factory is different, but when they would visit a place like that of Hindu faith, so there's hesitation, and there's some express also like that. And financial condition was not that also good, so donation in fact would not come from them. So either from these 2 Italian brothers or from the Indians, the donation came. So once this building was renovated, all thing, the next question come, what? Let it be a branch of Ramakrishna Mission. So that was a natural hope and demand also.
そして、正式に団体を登録したときに、ロニーさんとシャンティさんが行って歌も歌いました。皆さんは大変喜びました。ただ寄付をあげるのはほとんど、このイタリア人の兄弟とインド人の信者さんでした。フィリピン人はほとんどカトリックで、まだカトリック教会の影響力が強くて、フィリピンで、 神父さんたちとかはその自分の信者さんが別の宗教の団体に通っていることに対して懸念があるから、まあ、躊躇しながら行ってましたけれども、あまりお金とかを出したりしなかったです。で、その後団体だけではなくて、正式な支部として登録したいという希望が出ました。
Now it is not easy to make a private center a branch of the Ramakrishna mission. But their point was that unless a monk comes and takes charge of it, the devotees cannot do much help and it cannot expand. But on the other hand, I also said it's not easy to make a private center, a branch center of Ramakrishna mission. Sometimes it takes a long time. In our case, for example, this Japan center, it was started in 1959 and it was affiliated in 1984. So you understand how many years it took to make it a branch of Ramakrishna mission. But they are persistently they are requesting me, no, please, request them. Anyway, of course, on my side, I tried to convince the headquarters to make it a branch, but there are some technical problems were there, some legal complications were there. So finally, headquarters to send a monk. That was possibly 2018 maybe or 17. So one monk they sent, but still it was not a accredited branch, but it was some still process was needed to do that. So anyway, so once a monk is deputed, then he could take care of it. So when that monk came, since then, so I was the spiritual advisor of that society. Not only that, there was a managing committee meeting, so I had to go and attend and guide. But finally, when the monk came, naturally slowly he took the charge of it. Though still now I continue to be the spiritual advisor of that center. That means sometimes once an initiation was there, then so I have to arrange for that initiation. So in that way it continued. Then finally 2018, last I visited is 2018, that center. And after that, because of Corona and other things are there, and because the monk is already there, so I did not go there for maybe 4 years, 4 or 5 years maybe. I did not visit Philippines.
The monk that is there, Maharaj, they have only sent one monk, isn't it?
Only one monk. Right from the beginning, they don't say 2 monks.
No, there was some issues was there, right? So sometime.
Anyway, so
でその後、正式な支部にしたいという申し出が出て、けれども、簡単ではないですね。例えばこちらのベランタ協会、日本のベランタ協会は1959年に団体として登録されたんですけれども、25年後、1984年にやっと正式な支部になりました。でも彼らの動きはもっと早かったです。で、2017
2017 or 16 maybe like.
2016、17年に一人のお坊さんは派遣されて、その時から進んで、いろんな活動を展開しているんですけれども、マハラジはそのスピリチュアルアドバイザーという役割まだ果たしているので、例えばその運営委員会とか、あとイニシエーションに関する、役務も果たしているんですけれども、コロナになってから4年間ぐらいフィリピンに行かなかった。
So then this time when I think thing became easy after the corona situation, Then I decided to visit Philippines after some maybe 5 years like that.
で、コロナは少しずつ減って、水際対策が緩和されたので、今回、行くことにしました。
So then with me, so before Philippines, with me I had visited Shanti, then Loni-san, then at one time Suzuki Oka-san, then Hiraishi-san, and some others. So this time I thought, okay, Yumi Sumino-san, she's now more or less free. So I thought, okay, if she's okay, it's okay, then she can also come with me. So then she also visited with me. And from 19th September to 27th September, that was the total duration of our visit. So 19th we had gone and 27th we returned.
そして、前は他の信者さん、例えばロニーさん、シャンティさん、鈴木
お母さん、
お母さん、
平石さん、
平石さんいたことあって、今回は住野由美乃さん、住野由美さんが時間と都合があったので、マハラジが一緒にどうですか聞いたら大丈夫でしたので一緒に行きました。
彼女も言いましたって言われたらちょっとどうですか？OK。それで、so this is the background of this video show of our Philippines visit, and I am very much thankful to Yumi-san because she took the photograph and then assembled, then all these slides she prepared over these days. So I am just trying to narrate it.
で、今までの話は、この度のフィリピンの、旅のいきさつでした。で、こちらのプレゼンテーションは、ユミさんが準備してくださって、
最初から最後まで。
で、とても感謝しております。
Now, as you see, this is the map. So, what is this country? This country? India. And our headquarters is maybe like here, West Bengal, Belurmot. Now Japan, we are right now here. This is Japan. And maybe our Yokosuka, Kanagawa, maybe like almost, huh? この辺ぐらいですね。Huh? So Vedanta Kyokai is somewhere. Then we took the Philippines Airlines from Haneda. So Haneda Kara, then we had flew to Philippines, Manila. Manila is the city, capital of. Manila どこですか？こっち。
はい、その辺ですね。
それで flew from Haneda to Manila. Okay.
行きました。
Huh?
行きました。日本からマニラへ来ました。
Why? I said in Japanese.
No, I'm just saying it briefly, Maharaj.
Philippines Airlines. Then flying time was about 4 hours. About 4 hours. And visa, because Yumi-san has the Japanese passport, so she does not need any visa. For me, the Indians, interesting thing, the Indians who live in Japan, for them on arrival visa. But the Indians who live in India, for them visa is necessary. So this is interesting. So if you have an American visa or Japanese visa, even if you are Indian, then they will, for some 2 or 3 months, or maybe some 3 weeks, maybe I don't remember, maybe 3 weeks, maybe. So they will grant a visa on arrival. So I also did the same thing. Before I used to go to the Philippines embassy to apply for visa, but for last maybe quite some 10 years, they made a change in their visa policy.
ビザに関しましては、インドに住んでいるインド人はフィリピンに行きたいならビザ申請が必要ですけれども、日本に住んでいるインド人ならオナライブビザという到着してからビザを取る、空港で取るという簡単なビザのシステムがあるので、それは助かりました。
Now this is the basic statistics or basic data of the Republic of the Philippines. Capital Manila, languages, or I should say dialects, 180. And you know, official language is Filipino and English. So most of them they understand English. And Tagalog, they call it Tagalog. So in that language they communicate Tagalog. So it's a mixture of Spanish and all these things in there. And religion is Catholic, as I told you, 83%, Muslim 5%, and others Hindu and others 10%. And area that you understand 299.404 kilometer, but it's a I should say archipelago. So many small islands are there, like dots. So Filipino mostly is a conglomeration of many islands, but some are quite big. For example, this Manila, and then there's Cebu. So and there are some scenically very beautiful. So this is about the population. According to 2015 survey, 100.98 million. So 日本語でありますから、ね、翻訳いらないですね。で、次はitinerary. Okay, itinerary is just 19, 20, 28, 22nd, 23rd. So this is our itinerary.
There's a Mr. Shanto.
Huh?
There's Mr. Shanto.
Where is Shanto?
On the 23rd. Shatsan.
Shanto's house, okay. So that's not Shanto. Then so this is Haneda. So I think you can recognize the passenger who is reading book. So then これが何の関係で
Oh, that very day there was a
typhoon. So there is typhoon.
飛行機が空いていました。
ですけれども、but before the typhoon came to hit Japan, we already our departure was there. 台風の来る前ですね。で、plane. So arrival 7:10, entered the country smoothly.
これも指さんだった
え？どなたでした？
おまわりさん、女のおまわりさん。
おまわりさん、そうそう。What happened? Interesting. So we have already reached, but the host with whom we are staying, we wanted to, we would stay. he did not reach. So 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, but still he did not appear. And there's so much raining also that day. Lot of rain, but he did not appear. And how to contact? So mobile would not, she had her mobile, but it would not work. So then, and I naturally, I don't carry any mobile. So we was wondering how to contact him. We knew, of course, his address. So I was wondering finally whether we'll go by taxi or not. So then we saw two ladies. One is security officer, one is a police. So they are chatting among themselves. You know, you will not see that much in Japan, not that much, but in other Asian countries, they would still, while on duty, that they would chat. They would not mind. So those two ladies, one is a police and a security guard, they're chatting. So I was wondering what to do. So then finally, I could not ask them whether you have a mobile or not. Can you lend? So I asked them, can you please show us where from public booth, telephone booth is there, so from whether I can give a call to our host. Then they said, why? That's why. Because I said he's not coming to receive us, so I want to contact. Then the police, the lady police officer pointed to the lady security guard. She can lend you her mobile. So then the lady security officer just took out her mobile and said, what's the number? So she called. Just that time, our host appeared, Mr. Nirmal Ganguly. So he was also watching us that we are trying to call. So that is almost, it happened like that. Then he came and then he took us.
無事にフィリピンに到着したんですけれども、お迎えに来る人がなかなか、来なくてちょっと焦りました。10分20分待っても見えない。で結構雨が降ってた。でどうしよう、ユミさんの携帯電話はあんまり
働かない。
そう電波がなくて電話できなかった。でマハラジももちろん携帯電話がない、からどうしよう。でこのおまわりさんと、警備さん2人とも女性で仕事をしながらお話ししてました。おしゃべり、でマハラジが、警察の女性に、すみませんちょっと電話したいんですけれども、電話できる場所どこですか。で彼女が聞きました。どうしたんですか。ちょっとお迎えに来る人がいないので電話したい。で友達の警備さんに、察して、じゃあ彼女があなたに電話を貸してあげるよで彼女が電話出して、で電話番号なんですか。でちょうどそれで電話した時にお迎えする人がガングリさんが現れてきました。
その彼女そうでしたか。この人ではないこの人でイメージとしてですね。ポリスオフィサー、女性のポリスオフィサー、そうですね。それはこれ彦城ですね。彦城、これ彦城ですね。The city was full of cars, カーいっぱいでイルミネーション。その時からセプテンバーの最後からイルミネーションが始めました。クリスマスのイルミネーション。カトリックね、カトリックカントリーですから、それが大きな祭り。
From September.
From September. see the illumination, don't you see?
Where?
All the illumination.
But that's not Christmas.
Ah.
Is that Christmas illumination?
They all started illumination. Pika, so whole that building. Or anyway. Then cars, so many cars, Christmas illumination in September. So 50分 1時間ぐらい後でホストの場所に入りました。I had reached that host's house after 50 to 60 minutes driving.
Do you say in
Okay.
Japanese?
Sorry. Then, this time, generally, when we go to a place, we stay at our ashram. But this time, I stayed with a devotee. The reason is this: the monk who lives there, he is alone. So he has no staff. So sometimes the provisions the devotee supply, and he himself cooks. And because he is alone, so he has many pets. So 4 dogs, and then
4 dogs.
and small, big, and
Small
then niwatori, see, hen,
Chicken.
then some birds. So he said, because I am alone, so no one is going to come. And then there's Corona also. So devotees, hardly anyone would come. So he used to, and he also, it was suggested, why don't you keep some assistant with you? But his worry is, if the assistant is there, then I have to feed him. So somehow I am managing my food. If the assistant comes, I have to take care of him also. Better to have no assistant. I shall manage. So that is his approach. Anyway, now I thought, if I stay with him, of course I would like to stay, but my previous experience was that the night time, many times, the cocks, they would, you see the rooster, they would. So I could not sleep well. I could not sleep well because my sleep will be disturbed, and my sleep is not so deep. That was one. And another worry is that, you see, suppose I stay there, so then he has to prepare for me. So somehow he is managing his own food. But now if I there, of course the devotee support. So I said no. So better to stay with a devotee's house, with a devotee, and then visit the ashram almost regularly. So that devotee, some of them, Pushpaji, would often come from Manila to help during Thakur celebration, and then Kali Puja. Ashish, I think you saw that lady with the shadi. You must have seen, but anyway. So that was, and she also took initiation also in Manila itself. So initiated disciple, and her husband also is a close devotee of Ramakrishna Mission. So I felt quite comfortable, and their house was pretty big. So I thought that I would stay with them and then visit the. So that was the arrangement. And naturally they had their staff also, the cooking staff, they are all Filipino. So they had their staff, so they had no problem to keep me along with the devotee. So that was the arrangement.
そしてマハラジは、もちろんアシュラマに、ずっと泊まりたい気持ちがあったんですけれども、そのお坊さんは、お手伝いさんは手伝う人がいないので、あとコロナもなったのでちょっとペットたくさん飼ってます。犬4匹でチキンたくさんで他の鳥も飼ってるので、夜ですとちょっと特に鶏が鳴きます。でそれでマハラジはよく寝れないし、長くそこにいるとお坊さんは、マハラジの料理もしないといけないのでちょっと大変だから信者さんの家に泊まりました。プシパさんの家です。とても広くて、で
スタッフもいます。
ヘルパーさんもいますので、ユミさんも一緒に泊まりました。はい、
And then that Obosa also has a lot of fondness for the bonsai. So bonsai, that was his hobby, on short. So he has did beautiful. The gardens he decorated with bonsai, many types of bonsai.
うん
Yeah.
まあ庭にはたくさんアスラマの庭にはたくさんの盆栽が
And he himself
配置されてます
cleaned the toilet and all the places and the regular some basic schedule of the ashram. So he did doing all by
う
himself.
んでそ
Though
の
he has some physical problem also, in spite of that, he has been doing. So it's really challenging.
でもおばさんはちょっとwhat kind of physical problem? まあこれ体はちょっと問題があるにもかかわらず、まあ、トイレの掃除アスラマ全体の掃除とかもしているので、まあかなり大変ですけれども、まあルーチンに従って毎日、はい、やってます。
And then that devotee's house, Nirmal Ganguly and Pushpa Ganguly, and their only daughter, she is a doctor in USA, and she was married. So that's the family.
そして、プシパさんと旦那さんがここに住んでます、娘一人がいるんですけれども彼女が医者さんで、もう結婚していてアメリカで働いています。
And Mr. Nirmal Ganguly was formerly an employee of the ADB, a very senior officer.
で、旦那さんは、そのアジアの発展途上国の銀行の結構役員の、まあ、上のポストについていました。
So this is after retirement. So while you are still working, that's a very big house. You see, and garden also, swimming pool, and Pushpaji, she was fond of pet dogs. So she had only 16 dogs. Oh, 16. So,
Philippines people are fond of dogs.
so anyhow, not Filipino. She's not a Filipino.
No, but in that location, even monks have 4 dogs. Because of attachment.
So, and cats. Cats about 9.
なんか
Yes, 9 cats and 16 dogs. But cats, you cannot, they just freely move. But dogs are not like that. So they will be there only. So of course the helpers, there will be sometimes 4 or 5 helpers are also there. And they would earn so much money, as I say, ADB, that they would afford to maintain all this. So anyway, so now this is there after rent. This is the rented house after retirement. So they lighted and all these things, and when I had gone, blew the conch shell, as you know, in Indian house, the monk visits. So that was the way they greeted.
There's some audio there, Maharaj.
Audio? Huh?
でこちらは
オーディオありますか？
なんかね、私の家で作ったのはオフィシャルに2000もっと早い。これ2010年。
But if you click on that audio, Maharaj,
Where is that audio?
no, with the mouse, Maharaj.
いつも普通にしたら出る。
Mouse.
バージョンが違う。
Mouse.
Yes, yes.
Where?
In the center, Maharaj. There's like center, middle.
Where?
真ん中。
これの真ん中？
No, no. The slide.
Near the window, Maharaj.
おお、違う。これで？
多分出ないバージョンが違うから。はい、次のスライドに多分古いバージョンで私の家のコンピューターが違うから。でも昨日は下のは出た気がする。まあスルーして大丈夫です。
But Korea, the song will be there? During distribution?
わかんないな。ごめんなさい、ソングあれですよね。と思います、多分。
そうですか。で、そのあなたコンピューター使った方が良かったでしょ。こっち。
ごめんなさい、私チェックそれしてなかったから。
じゃあチェンジしますか。
あ、でもとりあえずこれで進んでやってみたらいいんじゃないですか。ここのところだけもうチェンジしたら。
あと他にもたくさん入ってます。
あとそのインドのお坊さんが作ったものを昨日一応淳さんには連絡した。スライド34万人に音が出ますっていうのを一応メールした淳さんに。
俺まだ見てないかもしれないな。
これをダウンロードするときに。
入っちゃった？はい。あ、でもあれチェンジするか。
多分それはもうスタートして。
それチェンジはそんなに時間かからないでしょ。
じゃなくて、
うん。
これで。
それでチェックしてください。なあ、これなぜならこれ無駄になりますから、私作ったの。
あ、いいです、いいです。でも、インドの人とだけちゃんとしてます。
でも、バージョンの問題か。ちょっと。
これは2019だから大丈夫。ちょっと待ってね。
あ、この大きな方は、ここ。
これは2007。
あ、じゃあそれが原因かもしれないね。
あ、気をつけて。ゆみちゃんチェックしてなかった前。
あ、データ入ってるのあります？
これはいや、もうこれなった。なれない、こっちこれからありますからいろいろ。
そっちのバージョン2007じゃなかった？あ、ベッコか。うん、ごめんね。あ、マウス。じゃあね、ごめんね。データ持ってくればあるので大丈夫。ごめん、やっぱりそっちだ。
あ、OK ですか？
あ、ごめんね。いや、今やります。
入れました、これも。その関係で。
私が気がつかなかったので。
開いてます。
どうしてんのか。あ、来た来た来た来た来た。よいしょ。
この
どれだ。どれだ。スタートが。これ？よいしょ。これ今風呂にこれ押しちゃっていいのかな。あ、来たか来たか。どういうこと？そうなんだね。いった？あ、いったね。
Sound?
どこまでだっけ。
Sound? My sound ありますね。
これでここを押すと。
はい。OK。The sound? こっち。
そうそうそう。
これ映ってるな。もっとクリア、もう少し。
設定音量。But I think the original file is not that clear either, Maharaj.
ちょっともう一回マハラジ押してもらっていいですか。
OK、これちょっとタッチしてください。
はい。ちょっともう一回押してみて。
OK。
もう一回ちょっとクリックしてもらっていいですか。音量は。
OK。So ये रुकावट के लिए खेद। So that was the entrance of their house. So then dinner. So this is Mrs. Ganguly, Pushpa Ganguly. And then husband, Nirmal. So that's the garden in front of their house. There's a pan, you know, beetle. So the beetle leaf. You see the beetle leaves? All beetle leaves, because this grow. Beetle leaves, because it's a tropical country, so coconut, mango, papaya, all this grow in Philippines. There is a inside garden. So also small swimming pool also is there. So there is a shrine. So I was teasing Pushpa that all the 33 crores of Indian gods, if someone wants to see, then she should visit your shrine. So including Sai Baba is also there. So everyone has been accommodated. So they are living there peacefully, in harmonious, in complete harmony. No fighting, no quarreling. So the moment is then when they take the body, then the fighting starts. As long as in the picture, no fighting. Okay. But after all, she's a devout lady. So that is a video she took inside the house. Yumi-chan, どこにし？上野さん、Yumi-chan どこ？ちょっと違う聞いた方がいいですね。聞こえない。ちょっと違う風に聞いた方がいい。So there's a drawing room. So this is their helper. Two girls are there. So there are two sisters. So elder sister's son, baby.
Son is a
Baby,
boy.
Boy.
Some feet were there, Maharaj. Some feet.
So they want to take photos, so I just blocked. Okay, so then outside, so the our ashram, that Ramakrishna. So what I just need to mention that then after some 4 years it was affiliated. So there are some legal complications, all were resolved. So then now it is become a regular branch of Ramakrishna Mission, and that monk is the head. So there is the entrance gate, then the garden in front, then we are entering into the building. So that is Enrico. And is that resident monk, and is the present president, Udaranandaji.
What's the name?
Udaranandaji. Udarananda. So this is the altar. So you see, in altar there is Jesus Christ also, and also Lord Buddha. Jesus Christ, the relevance is there, it's a Catholic country. So Jesus also has been placed in the main altar.
You can do the same here, Maharaj.
If I have to put, then I have to put Buddha.
Then put
because
no problem, Maharaj. Like push pass. You can
all
put all the
whatever you imagine, 33
You can put them
33 crores.
there. No problem, Maharaj.
It's a bookshelf.
This is not bookshop?
Bookshelf and bookshop also. So they have a exhibition here. Now we have to translate. Just forgot.
It's quite big, man.
Quite big, just a small now.
Huh?
Just I'm introducing, so just tell that.
先ほどは、スラインでイエス様も仏様も飾っております。でこちらはブックショップ売ってる本もあったり書店でも
Showroom. Every year they have a book fair. So every year in Manila. So many booksellers, they attend that Vedanta Society, and that is mostly organized by Enrico. So he comes for that purpose from Cebu, and so it was just when I reached, that book fair was over. So he was just arranging the books and like this. So he stayed for 2-3 days just to meet me and talk to me.
They stay in Cebu?
Huh?
The brothers stay in Cebu?
Yes.
じゃあ毎年1回大きな、ブックフェアがあっていろんな本を売るんですけれども、エンリコさんはそのベダンタの、ラマクリスナミッションの本の販売を担当しているので、そのブックフェアが終わった直後にマハラジが来たんですけれども、エンリコさんはマハラジと一緒にいるために2日3日間ぐらいマニラにとどまりました。
So I had gone to that book fair a few times. So really it's a huge, it's one building, big building, to one floor, and so many booksellers are selling books on Christianity, and everywhere there is crowd, and there are so many versions of Bible. So there's a great demand of those naturally Christian books. So in that Vedanta book is something very extraordinary. So people have no idea what is Vedanta, but some people show interest, and in that connection, when they see, and every year some people purchase books from our stall. So and after they read, some of them visit our center also. So that is one of the purposes. So that because we do the same thing in our Namaste India, we attend the Namaste India Indian Fair. Our purpose is not that to sell only, but it will people will have some familiarity with our Vedanta Society. That is also another purpose. So the same purpose they also take part in that book fair. So lunch, preparing lunch, and that by her side is that sister of that cook of Pushpa's house. So
the mother of the baby.
Mother of the baby is her aunt. So she's quite a young girl. So she studied security, some course on security. She studied that. Now she is waiting to get a job. So I asked. So I told her every day you should pray. So do you go to church? Because they're all Catholics. She said no, I don't go. Do you pray? Yes, I pray. So what do you pray? So her prayer is there. He has only one prayer. I asked, what is that prayer? Jab. What is jab? Job. So she is praying to the Lord for job. That's the only prayer she has. No, nothing more.
でプシパさんの隣にいるのはヘルパさんなんですけれども、まだ若い人でプシパさんと旦那さんが彼女の She graduated from university? 大学の学費も払ってWhen you say security, is
that's a course.
Like officer security?
No, security just like police, for example.
Yes, yes. 警備さんになるための勉強されてて、で 今新しい仕事始まるのを待ってる。まあ就職活動をしてるんですけれども、マハラジが聞きました。あなたは、毎日祈りますか？はい。
キャトリックですから。
そうそう。祈りますよ。で、教会行きますか？
はい
いや、行きません。で、祈るときに何を祈りますか？一つだけ。それ何でしょうか？ジャブっていうのは仕事。本当はジョブだけど、フィリピン語でジャブ。仕事。
I said, okay, you pray for job, surely, but at the same time you pray for some, so that some mental peace and like that, and then pray for others also. Just a very simple prayer. I just taught her. I said, okay, I shall do it.
そして、
So nice girl.
マハラジは仕事に加えて、心の平和、幸せ、そして他の人のためにも祈ってください。簡単な祈りを教えました。
So then you are taking lunch with chatting. So there are also the devotees.
It's very big, Maharaj.
There's a backyard.
One person to maintain it's too much work.
True.
Even small house is difficult.
Yes.
True.
It's a palace, Maharaj. But devotees coming to help, Maharaj?
Now Corona, as I told, very few. This Ganguly family, Pushpa and they sometimes visit, and rarely some others. So there is also one in the garden. They decorated.
He did it, Maharaj.
Devotees help. Oh yeah. これ彼女。わかる？これ。名前何？え？チェンちゃんね。チェン。そう、チェンちゃん。So, and he is a driver.
Oh, he's a Pushpa-san's family driver.
But many years, he is driving their car. So, evening prayer. So, every day, though it was a private house, but we followed the Kyokai schedule. Morning prayer, evening prayer. So, then we did there. So, virtually, as you know, nowadays they use the word virtual. So, it has been virtual and ashram. Grihasthashram, they say Grihasthashram. So, it's now we have converted your house as ashram. So, this is the Grihasthashram now.
毎日のプシパさんの家に泊まった時に教会と同じスケジュールに従って朝と夕方の祈りもしてました。
They're also visiting the ashram and taking lunch there. So this is one picture like that, you know. At the morning prayer, Yumichan? Evening? Okay, so there's a temporary, because there is a shrine, of course, private shrine, but focusing is difficult because so many gods and goddesses. So, Thakur Masami is also there, but there are others, so many others. So focusing is a problem. So I said, okay, that will not do. Let us make a temporary altar. So there is a veranda, covered veranda. So there we set up an altar. So Thakur Swamiji's photo is also there, and the carpet, sofa. So there we used to do everything.
家の中にもシュラインがあるんだけれども、神々の写真がありすぎて、どれに集中すべきかちょっと混乱するので難しいから。
聞いてますか？あ、じゃあね。
でこういうふうにしました。庭の隣にあった部屋に。
一時的なの。But I said, continue it. don't remove. Don't remove this temporary shrine. So do meditation here.
What about mosquitoes and all these things?
No, almost no.
Almost no. Because of the time.
I do not know, but morning also very little. All clean. Okay, then can you recognize? So she took photo. Which one? 後ろから撮ります。私知らなかった。知らなかった。の記憶はなかった。で、これはシャインですね。altar. Then we got gone for a walk. Almost every day we used to go for a walk. So as we in the Kyokai also we do for morning walk. So we also followed the same routine there.
But you've gone to a park or something like that?
So park, and then different two courses were there. One was the park. Then that swimming pool is also there. Then there is a restaurant place like it's indoor games. This. Then okay.
で毎日散歩に行かれましたけれども、こういう、
special garden.
But this is not inside of their house.
No, it's outside. That's walking during the walk.
外に散歩に出た時にこちらの本当室内ではないんですけど、天井があるバスケットボールとかやるところとか、あとプールのあるところとかに散歩に行かれました。
So very beautifully maintained garden. Then there is a coffee shop inside that park, and their coffee is free for those who live in that locality. For them, coffee is free.
Government shop.
No, the local people.
They pay local tax, so government give coffee.
No, nothing like that. So this is all walled, small walled area for security reason and all these things. So those who live in that particular area, for them, but it's nice place to sit and read, and coffee is free, and even the guests of the party, they are also coffee free. But unfortunately, I would not.
It's a gated community.
Yes, gated community.
For that, security guard is there, so you have to. If someone wants to live with you, you have to inform beforehand.
でこの団地はちょっと警備さんとかなんでしょう、人が自由に入ったり出たりすることはできないんですけども、中に住んでる人たちは、このカフェを無料で使えます。コーヒーが無料です。
And some would come to study. There was a laptop. They would study also to come there for study.
I would
So
also
you can go there.
there.
Sure. You can go there to study.
Yes. Send me, Maharaj. I'll finish the PhD in 1 month.
So the vehicle you would use, mental aeroplane. Virtual. So this is a swimming pool.
Oh, it's nice. Yeah, I could also swim there.
Sure. Why not?
And look after the dogs.
And look after. Yes, where
Now
are
you pass to it.
where are the dogs, Maharaj?
Japanese. Nihongo.
It's about the pool this.
Okay. And there is a system. There is one doctor will be attending, some shops will be there. So then money exchange. Ginko, bank. So in that comfort, that people benefit of that. People who reside in that locality.
団地の中に住民 専用の医者さんでしたり、銀行でしたり、なんかいろいろあります。
そうです。
小さい町みたい。
Do you know what is this?
Coconut.
Coconut.
Oh.
So there were coconut trees, so it would fall. So from that way I just picked up. Ah. Hey Shanti. 寝てますか見てます。Huh? Huh?
Only for his by children.
You see what happened.
12 years
So,
old.
First I did it, as I do, but that other person, he was little hesitant. I said, what happened? What's the problem? Come, sit, and I'll swing you. So then he, with some hesitation, he also sat and then I swing. So then, the first day we were so happy. Next day, when I'd gone to the same place, then we saw the notice board. Not more than 8 years.
12 years more.
Huh? 12
12
years.
years old and below.
Ah. Then I said, so no one did see us perhaps. Or maybe security have people. So, but we didn't notice it before the previous day. So we just swing it. And then Imi-san took the photo. And the photo was sent to her daughter also in America.
No.
Father at this. Huh? See how happy?
Mm.
So this is also another course. The child. A cute child.
Kawaii.
Ushiro, our mother's sister. That boy's mother's sister, aunt. Now, Mormon temple. Have you any idea of Mormon?
モルモン教の
So Mormon
教会。
in America, in fact in Swamiji's lecture also there is a mention of Mormon. So he maybe regarded himself as one of the incarnations of Jesus.
Not really, but he said he received a new book from Jesus and the angels, and he gave a new gospel like that.
Yes. So we visited that, and the structure is very attractive structure, and the courtyard also very nicely maintained, and quite expensive, I believe. So we had shown interest in them. So then we had gone during one of our visits while returning from the ashram. So we had gone to visit that temple.
こっちは、モルモン教の教会ですけれども、モルモン教はアメリカの南部、19世紀で始まった宗派ですけれども、その創立者はイエス様と、天使から新しい福音書を受けたという話がするんです。あと彼らが一夫多妻、一つの男性がたくさんの妻を持つ。
That is the difference. So Jesus was a celibate, but he did not believe in that.
No, he said one man, because the Old Testament, some they had many wives and many children. So, but later this has been prohibited, Maharaj. That polygamy is not recognized in America, so they're going to other countries because of that.
And interesting, they have many young preachers, young boys. So I met a few times by cycle, when they're vacation, American boys, young boys. So they by cycle they would travel, and 2 times I met them in the street of Zushi, and one time I took 2 of them here in Kyokai. So they presented me one book, that Mormon's book. So as I said, what are you doing here? Now we are preaching Mormon. So I don't know whether you have encountered any of these young?
I had one of my bosses was a very devout Mormon in Japan. So he took us also to Japan Mormon temple.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Where it is?
So there's one in Azabu, Azabu, Japan.
Oh.
So they created a that's also very nice and beautiful and big.
わかる？ゆみちゃん。日本にもあります。
But he's Japanese?
Yes, he's Japanese.
Oh.
So, because I think like the Sikhs, these people also have that everybody has to give a percentage of your salary.
Oh.
So maybe 20%. So all members have to contribute.
Oh.
So they're very, very rich.
Oh.
Very big, beautiful structures.
Oh.
Very beautiful temples.
Yes, in the Old Testament it says you have to contribute 10% of your salary.
Sikhs also do like that, you know.
They have very good temples.
Okay.
What should I say?
日本にもあります。
日本にもありますし。
Okay, and contribute one.
そうですね。皆さん自分の収入の、10分の1を基金するんです。
So you are entering inside.
あとここにも日本にもアメリカ人の若いモルモン人が There's a system, Maharaj, a missionary system. For 2 years they have to go different parts of the world or at least one country and preach.
Like compulsory military service.
そうそうそう。
That age, around 18, 19,
そう18歳から20歳まで2年間選挙活動しないといけない。
So then that is Mormons. Founders. Eh? So then we met the president. She was present at that time. The president of that Mormon temple. I talked to him. He is a Filipino. So he knew English quite well. So interacted. We wanted to in fact enter into the shrine, but they did not allow us. It is only for the followers, devotees of the Mormon. Others cannot go. But we could see other places, but they not inside the temple.
教会の周りとか廊下とかロビー入って見ることはできたんですけれども、礼拝の場所には信者だけが入ることができるので見えなかった。で、マハラジはなんて言えばいいですか、住職の方と話しました。
And then they are all novices. They came for training. So just near the temple, there is a training center for the young novices. You see, all they are young. So they come there for training. So I was talking to them. So they showed interest. I also explained. And also asked many questions and gave them candy. Na? Candy again was there, so?
この若い女性たちがこれから宣教活動するんですけれども、訓練研修を受けてるんですね。で、ここの敷地の中には彼らが宿泊する場所があります。
See?
All white.
So here is also an officer there, devotee. Or some of them are that. One person is that one of the trained novices.
Oh, the one with the tie.
Okay, again Pushpa's house, garden, water lily. Sugi, na?
Yes, volume 2.
Volume 2. Ashishan.
Windows アップデートなんか
これね。
閉じた方がいい。スライドショーのプランベギニング。
いいのかな。パックが出てる。あれ？
クリックして。
あれ？ 下もちょっとね。
口から OK 次あじゃあ now
逆になってる逆になってる。
口から
さっき聞いたのにね。
はい。
You want to make it full screen, right?
Yes, yes.
Just go to display setting.
Display setting.
Display setting and go shade duplicate.
Duplicate.
あ、いった。いったいった。
OK see
Engineer.
okay now sightseeing place so this is Manila Cathedral a church with say Asia's largest pipe organ and beautiful stained glass so you just so you translate
こちらはアジアの、まあ聖堂の中に一番大きな、パイプオーガンが入っています。あと、I don't know how to say stained glass in Japanese.
colored glass
まあ色ついたガラス。
What is pipe organ?
It's an organ with its pipes that make sounds like this. It's huge.
so 4,500 pipes so
Same in this photo?
huh? There will be actually they will show it also later huh? So inside that church it's a nice atmosphere very nice as you know it was ruled by Spain for 400 years maybe so naturally the Spanish culture had a lot of impact on Filipinos and then later on during the Second World War Japan occupied it for about 4 years then towards the end of the Second World War the Allied force then they defeated Japan they reoccupied Filipino and then for 2 years say America ruled 2 to 3 years now mostly they are highly impacted by American culture so in that way so there's Spanish then Japanese and then American so this but mostly Spanish it is there are many colleges not the schools colleges then churches so constructed many during the buildings during the Spanish regime
フィリピンはスペインに400年ぐらい植民地化されましたので、その文化の影響が強く受けています。で、第二次大世界戦争の時に、一時期日本が植民地化していたんですけれども、アメリカが来た時に日本を追放してフィリピンを 2,3 年間ぐらい統治していました。なのでアメリカの文化の影響も少し受けています。Oh, that's a pipe organ.
Huh? That
Right hand side. Those are pipes. Each one makes a different sound.
where?
Those below a little bit below Manas. Yes, all those
This
are
one,
pipes.
this one, huh?
Yes, all those are pipes. And the organ is in the middle, should be in the middle. You cannot see it from here,
Oh,
but the person sits there.
these are the organs,
And
pipes.
yes, and then there's some things in the
Oh,
with the
pedal.
feet they do also basso. very popular in Germany actually, Maharaj.
Oh.
I think the Germans were the ones who.
So then the horse carriage.
Oh, like Thakur, Maharaj.
So then, after a short while, we had gone to the restaurant. So the restaurant,
Barbaras.
and there's a, the staff singers were there who would entertain the diners with music. So and then Sundays they would ask, "Have you any request?" So that we could sing. Then huh? Then we requested, "Why don't you sing a carol?" Then they sang that Silent Night. Huh? What that? Deep. That song is the carol?
Silent Night.
Yeah. Then
Then?
what are the lyric? What is the lyric? Holy Night. So then they sang it. Okay.
I don't know the name in Japanese, Maharaj. まあ、このレストランに行きましたけれども、お客さんを喜ばせるためにいろんな歌を歌う。でもしご要望があれば歌を歌いますよ。でマハラジは、クリスマスの歌を歌ってください。でサイレントナイトを歌いました。
シャンティ日本語何？聞こえない。これあれ歌ってますでしょ？の時？クリスマスの時？So we also sing.
清この夜。
So you know.
It came back, Maharaj.
The food was quite good, and the owner of that shop, she came to meet us. She's a lady, and she also told she has good idea about Indian food. And she has some Indian friend. もう言ってました。
それがパラス、Maharaj.
どうぞ日本語。
でそのレストランの持ち主もマハラジに会いに来てインド料理についてもういろいろ知ってますよって言ってました。
So Philippines are fond of lot of fish. Many fish preparations are there.
フィリピン人は魚大好き。
So again, so this is tourism started. はい、馬が変化しました。Okay. So Spanish rule covers street, cobblestone street, street, stone house, stone street. So this is that.
In South America too, Maharaj.
So these are all tourist spots. Fortified city centered in Santiago. Okay. They can read it. You can just translate in Japanese.
これはでもこれ要塞なんですけれども400年前とかの要塞でスペイン人のみ中に住むことができた。第二次大世界戦争の時に、空爆を受けて、だいぶ、崩れてたんですけれどもその後修理建て直して今お客さんの観光スポットになってます。
そうです。それで同じいろいろ。それで向こうでSo I wanted to go to because the ocean is there. So go near the beach, but there we could not find any good beach. So then they took us there. So from there they say it's a very nice place where you can say. They say one of the world's 3 greatest sunsets. So that I don't know whether it is one of the 3 greatest sunsets. But anyway, they tell like that.
マハラジは海と、海辺に行きたかったんだけれども、綺麗な海辺が近くなくて、でこの 夕日をとても綺麗に見える場所に連れてきました。
So then back, so we had gone to a devotee's house, residence house, one devotee, Mr. Shantanu. So they had made a sort of shrine like that. So Shantanu also took initiation from Belur Math. So we had started, I sang songs. Then there's some reading from the gospel.
Is Bengali
So-
Maharaj?
Yeah,
Huh?
Yes.
No, I don't know Maharaj.
Okay. 日本語、
こちらは一人の信者シャンタヌ
シャントン。
さんの家です。
今 ADB のエンプロイ。
あ
ADB の。
同じアジアの、発展途上国の銀行の、従業員で、ベルルマットにもイニシエーションを受けている人です。
これがシャントンの奥さんが大学の先生です。今向こうで教えています。So in there's Pushpa's birthday. So it was celebrated there. So on that occasion, those who assembled some song and sang, and then that you say the employees of Carlos company. Now Carlo left that company, so they are the employees. So they sang carols. And yes. And this is Carlo. So he also came to meet me. So he also came for one night to meet me. So this is one thing interesting. So this center conducts every week some free milk distribution, because many poor children are around there. So for them they distribute milk freely, and 2-3 times a year they distribute food packet among the street children. So that is that time. So they organized this food distribution. So they invited me also on that occasion. So then what happened, I had gone there. Okay. So they had gone there, and then the street children, they are already, before they are informed, so they give sort of ticket like that to control the number. About 100 they distribute, food packet, then water and all these things. So that was the program. So it was organized in that way that day I shall chant some mantra and then I'll start, first I shall start the distribution, then it will continue. So that's why. So they are standing like that. And then all the food packets, you see the food packets.
These children live in the street, Maharaj.
They have very small, maybe slums, like slums. Imicha, that video, uta? Mochotto?
Just continue, Maharaj.
Continue. So this is actually, we are chanting. So after that they also sang carol, because they are very, Filipinos are very fond of songs. Those are, yeah.
貧しい近くのスラム街に住んでいる子どもたちに 食事を配りました。年3回ぐらい食事を配りますが、monthly Maharaj they do
No,
the milk.
Every year, 3-4 times.
But milk Maharaj?
Milk, once a week maybe.
で、ミルク牛乳は週1回ほどに
maybe
皆さんに配っています。
Twice a month, something like that. More frequently.
で子供たち、チケットが必要ですけれども、100ぐらいのお弁当を配りました。
こっち？これ。Okay.
Let none suffer. Peace, peace, peace. Salamat po. Thank you po. Salamat po.
Salamat po means thank you in Philippines.
Salamat sa
But this is a group chanting, Maharaj. This is not live recording, Maharaj.
Huh?
This is not live recording.
Yeah. Live recording. So they're singing and it was recorded.
Really?
Ah, very nice. It was recorded that time. Then they made a video and sent me. So, 歌のビデオでしょ？歌のビデオではないですか？歌のビデオでしたし。違うの？But they're singing, we saw with guitar. これ見ましたでしょ？ギターで歌ってますでしょ？ギター歌ってます。
But this sounds like recorded in a studio, Maharaj.
Okay. But
Might have been the same song.
ありました？わ？え？
And
Enter. Oh, これで there's another devotee's house.
no, but
So 同じ same day, but we visited another devotee's house.
this isn't it. This is Pushpa's house, Maharaj.
No.
See that where you sit down for meditation,
Yes. Well, that devotee came.
and then you went to there.
They have. Yes. True. Yes, this is. So this is the another devotee's house. That is that lady devotee's house is this. So Hiranya is the name of the husband, and wife's name is Kosturi. This is Kosturi. So Kosturi, and in their house Thakur had visited. Sri Ramakrishna had visited their house,
Their ancestral house.
their ancestral house
Oh.
in Calcutta.
Oh.
And Carlo, this Carlo. So Kosturi's daughter. So there's some study of reading from Gospel. I do not remember. But when Sri Ramakrishna was not doing the priest's job in some private houses, that time, when his brother was running a toll Sanskrit school, and he was also going to different houses for ritualistic worship, that time, North Calcutta. So this is Akhandanji's birthday. and Durga Pujas, previous days, and then I evening prayer, and then I gave a talk, discourse on Swami Akhandanandaji. Okay, yeah.
その次の日に、イスラエルで礼拝がありましたけれども、ソミヤ・カンダナンダジの誕生日でしたので、礼拝がありまして、その後、マハラジが、You gave a talk on アカンダナンダジ。
Akhandanandaji allied.
アカンダナンダジ。
Akhandanandaji.
アカンダナンダジと、その他に、テーマについて講話されました。
Then that Resident Swami is introducing. The lecture is there, okay, we skip. Then the dinner after the talk. Then returning from the ashram. Then Pushpa's house, dinner. Come back to Japan. So how do you know this is Japan?
これはユミさん撮った飛行機だ。お
飛行機から。そう。オーツのキチュリ作りました。
オーツの。
前ね。Okay, so そうそう。One night I stayed, 一日。その時、静かでした。鶏のサウンド、dogs silent. So I could sleep well.
Maharaj trained them well. Senior Swamiji is coming, so please
don't shout.
But we saw no pictures
No,
of...
she was very much tense. No, so that they had to disturb my sleep or no. Because I told him clearly, you see, I cannot go and sleep every day. Because I told clearly. Huh?
What are the pictures of the dogs and chicken?
Oh no, that is private. He'll be angry.
Oh.
If I show this. Anyway, so again, thanks to Yumi-san because she did all this, picked photos and arranged. Okay? Don't worry. Okay, dozo. Fukuda-san. So final is closing song.
So where was she singing?
Sure. It took longer time than what I expected because of the first introduction.
But it was good.
Huh? You enjoyed it?
Yes, Maharaj.
Huh? Ashish, all the time you close your eyes, but this time I saw you open your eye. Huh? Your eyes are wide open. Huh? So now we can send you the file. Yumi-chan, 私にどれわからないアシスさんに後で話してください。アシスさんニュースレターのために使います。そのスライド。それ言ってくださいね。どのようにできる。私はわからないですから。アシスさんに。So you talk to her how to. Ashish, how can how many can be accommodated in your car?
Apart from me, 3 knowledge.
3. So some of you can up to Joshi station.
Sure.
Yeah. And some of you can drop by our Kyokai's car. So I think it will be
はい
okay. Kyokaiが
はい
6
じゃあそれでは、いいですか。最初に、平和を祈る歌で、あなたを忘れないという曲です。争いの炎がやまぬ大地に今も生きる者たちよ、残酷な夢にすべて奪われても変わらぬものはきっとあるから友よ、忘れないあなたの悲しみ、友よ、忘れないあなたが生きてきたこと忘れない忘れない言えない歴史と忘れたい歴史を繰り返す、まるで悪い夢のよう、殺されるために生まれてないから殺すために生きてないから友よ、抱きしめるための両手と愛を語るための言葉がここにあるだけ、愛することやめられない私の望みは共に生きること、争いの夢終わること、言葉も暮らしも祈る神様も愛の形も別々だけど友よ、お互いに違うのは素敵さ、命の 重さと輝きを抱きしめてゆくそれだけを祈ってこの世界を歩いてくあなたのこと忘れない忘れないでした。
Okay, thank you, Fukuda-san. Okay, もう時間があまりないです。大丈夫。一つは。もうOK です。これから結構遅くなりましたから、一つ。ジャイスリーグルマハラジキジャイ、ジャイマハマイキジャイ、ジャイシャミジマハラジキジャイ、ジャイガンガマイキジャイ、ジャイスリーブッダデーヴキジャイ。Okay, now let's go for